Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. Sonic Yoda from SEGADriven back once again with another EGX impressions video. This time we're looking at Alien Isolation, which I played today and I was incredibly impressed with. It's got to be said. I think it's probably the best Sega game at EGX at the moment. So yeah, Alien Isolation. So the demo that we got to play was a mission from Survivor Mode. Now, Survivor Mode was recently detailed in some news that went out last week, I think. And basically, it's a mission-based mode. There's going to be lots of them, as well, apparently, by the sounds of things. And the idea is you've got to get from one end of the map to the other, whilst not being attacked by the xenomorph that's creeping around. So, yeah, there's one alien, that's your lot, and you can't kill it. That's the whole thing. You cannot kill it whatsoever. So the game is quite strategic, actually. So you've got to spend an awful lot of time, crouching, hiding in places. If things like pipes start to steam and hiss, then that will alert the alien. You need to run somewhere else and go and hide quickly, so he can't see you. It's very, very clever, actually. It's got to be said, and it absolutely nails the atmosphere. So I love the first Alien film, absolutely one of the best horror films of all time. And yeah, this definitely has that same tension that you get from the original film. What I really enjoyed about it as well is that at the start of the mission, you are given a flamethrower from the get-go. Now, I was a little bit worried when I started to see that there are weapons available in Alien Isolation, but yeah, this flamethrower, 2 shots. That's all you get, and they're just warning shots. So basically, it's basically your last stand if the alien is charging at you. That's how you use the weapons in Alien Isolation. You cannot kill the alien. I was very impressed that they'd taken that approach to it. That made a huge emphasis on horror and being quiet and stealthy, I guess. Yeah, just hiding and being smart about it. It's absolutely beautiful to look at as well. I played it on PS4. You could play it on Xbox One as well, but I wasn't particularly bothered. I'd rather play it on the machine with the more grunt. And yeah, it's just stunning to look at. Absolutely great. I really like the depth of field they've added. So when you bring up the motion tracker, everything in the background sort of loses focus. So it's quite a nice little effect. Very cinematic. Just huge amounts of detail to the stages as well. I mean, the shadows are great. Sorry, the shadows are great. The lighting is fantastic. It's very ambient. There's so much detail. There's lots of junk and stuff littered around the place. It looks like a place that was lived in. Just an absolutely beautiful game. And like I say, it absolutely nails the atmosphere. I think it's possibly it's the best game that Sega have brought to EGX this year, hands down. I would thoroughly recommend anybody that's interested in it to go and play it. And it's a huge sigh of relief as well to see that the Creative Assembly have actually delivered a really good Alien game after the travesty that was Alien Colonial Marines. But yes, definitely check it out. If you're going to EGX, make that a must-see, because I was very impressed. I actually couldn't complete the demo. It was very, very difficult. I got to the first, I'd say, ending, but then once once you got to that point, it then added a different goal. So I had to activate a generator to bring the power on to activate a lift, which then would let me out of the stage. But sadly, you turn on the generator, and I drew the xenomorph's attention, and I was killed once again. But yeah, the other thing is as well, there is obviously an awful lot of restarting. This is going to be a game that's going to be quite punishing by the looks of things. And yeah, every time you die, you have to restart the stage again. But luckily, it was very quick. Almost, it wasn't instantaneous, but it was, it was pretty close. There was only a small little bit of loading to have it all running again and restart the mission. So yeah, that's promising as well. I'm not a big fan of games that force huge loading times back on you again just because you died. That does happen from time to time. But yeah, that was the PS4 version. But yeah, sadly, current gen version, sorry, past gen versions, so PS3 and 360 weren't available to play. I'd be very interested to see what those are like, because I will be probably playing it on PS3, as I have not yet entered the current gen. So yeah, but otherwise, PS4 version looks fantastic, great atmosphere, just nails the mood, really oppressive, looks gorgeous, and yeah, it's very, very difficult to say anything bad about it, to be honest with you. I'm really, really impressed, and I hope the main game is just as captivating. I'm really looking forward to this. So yeah, that was Alien Isolation, and that was the last of the Sega games that was featured at EGX. So I can finally stop making videos for this evening and go to bed. Yay! Thank you very much. I've been Sonic Yoda from Sega Driven. You've been watching the Sega Driven YouTube channel, and this has been a impressions video of Aliens Isolation. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you've enjoyed our coverage of EGX, there will be some more. I've got some bits and pieces lined up. But yeah, subscribe. I would really appreciate that. Thank you very much. See you next time.